Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel Chemistry Guide. In this video, I will discuss the remaining solutions to the NCERT questions from the topic matter in our surroundings. So here first question is, why does a desert cooler cool better on a hot dry day? They are asking why the cooler cools better than on a hot dry day, better than the remaining days. What happens in the desert cooler is the water that is present in the inside the cooler is made to evaporate. So for the process of evaporation to take place, the water will absorb the energy, that is heat energy is required in order for the evaporation to take place. This heat energy will be absorbed by the water from the surroundings. So as a result of this absorption of heat energy by the water from the surroundings will lose the heat. So because of this loss of heat, surroundings will be cooled. So what happens on a dry day is, we have already learned that that rate of evaporation is inversely proportional to the humidity. So on a hot dry day, humidity will be less, so rate of evaporation will be more. So as a result of this high rate of evaporation, surroundings will be cooled more. So we will say that desert cooler cool better on a hot dry day as compared to the normal days. So next question is, how does the water kept in an earthen pot, matka, become cool during summer? They are asking how it will be cooled. If we keep the water in an earthen pot, we will see that they will be cooled without using, like normally in order to cool the water we will keep in refrigerator, but natural cooling will occur in earthen pot. They are asking for the mechanism in that. So if we see the earthen pot, there will be some small pores, extremely small pores in that earthen pot. So what happens is, through these small pores of that are present in the earthen pot, the water kept inside the pot keeps on evaporating. So in order to get evaporate, this water takes the heat energy from the remaining water that is present in the earthen pot and from the earthen pot as well. So what is happening here is, the water which is evaporating is taking energy from the remaining water and as well as the earthen pot. So the remaining water and the earthen pot are getting cooled. Why? Because they are losing the energy. So due to this loss in energy, they are getting cooled. So this is how the water in an earthen pot becomes cool during summer. Next is, why does our palm feel cold when we put some acetone or petrol or perfume on it? So even if you can observe in your lab, if you put acetone on your palm, we will get a very cool feeling. So why it is so? Why? Because when we put acetone or something on our hand, they will absorb the energy that is required for the evaporation from our hand, and they will be evaporated. That is, here our hand is losing the energy or supplying the energy to the acetone, petrol or whatever it may be. So because of this loss in energy, our hand gets cooling sensation. Next is, why are we able to sip hot tea or milk faster from a saucer rather than a cup? So if we observe while taking the tea, if we take the tea from a saucer, they will become cool very faster as compared to the tea that is present in the cup. Why this is so? Because we have already learned from our previous videos that the rate of evaporation is directly proportional to the surface area. So if you see the saucer and a cup, the surface area in case of saucer is more than a cup. So what happens in case of saucer is, the rate of evaporation is more. So as the rate of evaporation is more, the hot tea that is present in the saucer becomes cool faster rather than a cup. So we are able to sip hot tea or milk, whatever it may be, faster from a saucer rather than a cup. So next is, what type of clothes should we wear in summer? So they are asking what type of clothes should we wear in summer. So it is better, that means the most preferable clothes in the summer are light and cotton. Why? Because light colored clothes will reflect the heat. That means that reflection of heat will be more in case of light colored clothes, and in case of cotton clothes, pores will be there. So as we have seen in that earthen pot, small pores will be there. So because of this, evaporation process will take place. Similarly, in case of cotton clothes also, there will be pores, and these pores will absorb the sweat, and those pores which are absorbed, and the sweat which is absorbed by the pores will be will be gaining the heat energy from the body, and it will be made to evaporate the sweat that is present. As a result of this absorption of energy from the body, our body gets cooling feel. So we prefer wearing light colored cotton clothes in a summer. Next is convert the following temperatures to the Celsius scale. We have already seen that the relation between the Kelvin scale and Celsius scale is temperature in Kelvin equal to temperature in Celsius plus 273.16. Approximately we can take 273. So if we rearrange that, we will get temperature in Celsius is equal to temperature in Kelvin minus 273. So here 293 Kelvin. So 293 Kelvin will be 293 minus 273. That is 20 degrees Celsius. Next is 470 Kelvin. So 470 minus 273 equal to 197 degrees Celsius. Next they are asking for the conversion to the Kelvin scale from degree Celsius. So in order to convert the Celsius scale temperature to Kelvin scale, we will add 273.16 or approx 273. So 25 degrees means 25 plus 273, that is 298. And 373 degrees Celsius means 373 plus 273, that is 646 K. Next, give reason for the following observations. First one is naphthalene balls disappear with time without leaving any solid. They are asking for the reason why naphthalene balls disappear with time without leaving any solid. Because this happens because in case of naphthalene balls, what happens is the sublimation process will take place. We have already learned that the sublimation means the conversion of the solid directly into the gaseous state without leaving any liquid. So as a result of the sublimation, naphthalene balls disappear without time, without leaving any solid. So next is we can get the smell of perfume sitting several meters away. We will get the smell of that perfume wherever we are. That means by the nearby person or those who are standing away from us can get the smell of the perfume which we use, because it is because of the presence of the volatile solvent in the perfume. So and this volatile solvent will diffuse faster. As a result, it will be spreaded in more area. So we will get the smell of the perfume sitting several meters away. Next, they are asking to arrange the given substances in increasing order of force of attraction. That is, we have to arrange them from the substances which are having less forces of attraction to the one which is having high maximum forces of attraction. So here if we see the things which are given are water, sugar and oxygen. If we observe, water is a liquid, sugar is a solid and oxygen is a gas. So as we have already learned that in case of gases, the forces of attraction between the particles are minimum. In case of liquids, the forces of attraction will be high as compared to the gases, but they will be less as compared to the solids. And solids will have the maximum forces of attraction between the particles of matter. So here the increasing order will be oxygen, water and sugar. Next is they are asking what is the physical state of water at 25 degrees Celsius. We already know that the boiling point of water is 100 degrees Celsius. Water is 100 degrees Celsius. So at the 100 or above 100 only the boiling of water takes place. That is, the water can be converted into the vapor at 100 or above 100. But here 25 degrees is there. That is, 25 is less than 100. So in this case, water will be in the form of water only. At 0 degrees Celsius. We all know that the melting point of water is 0 degrees Celsius. That is, at 0 degrees Celsius, what happens is the ice will be started to convert into the water. Whole ice will not be converted at a time. It will be converted by keeping the temperature constant while supplying the heat. So at 0 degrees Celsius, we will observe both the states of the water, that is ice as well as water. At 100 degrees Celsius, just now we have seen that the boiling point of water is 100 degrees Celsius. So at 100 degrees Celsius, the water will be started to convert into the water vapor. So at 100 degrees Celsius, we will observe both the water as well as water vapor. Next, they are asking two reasons to justify. Water at room temperature is a liquid. So we are observing water around us. While we are observing, it is in the form of a liquid. They are asking for the reason. So we all know that room temperature is at 25 degrees and the melting point of water is 0 degrees and the boiling point of water is 100. So here the room temperature is between the melting point and boiling point of water. So it is higher than the melting point of water. So it will not be a solid, it will be liquid. But and it as well, it is less than the 25 is less than the boiling point of water, that is 100. So water cannot be evaporated. So at room temperature water will be in the form of liquid only. Next is an iron almara is a solid at room temperature. So if you see the for the solid to get converted into the liquid, the melting point should be, it should reach the melting point. So if you see the melting point of iron, it will be higher than the room temperature. So this almara is not attaining its melting point. So as it is not attaining its melting point, it cannot be converted into liquid. So we will observe the iron almara in the form of solid at room temperature. Next is, why is ice at 273 K more effective in cooling than water at the same temperature? So if you see, if we get burns or something, we will apply ice, we won't apply any water, or even to cool something we will apply ice only, we won't use water at the same temperature. Why? Because in case of ice, what will happen is phase transition will be take place. So when phase transition will be there, latent heat will be absorbed. As a result of this latent heat, the energy that is having will be more. So the energy lost by the ice will also be more as compared to that of water, in which there is no phase transition. So latent heat will not be there in case of water at the same temperature. So ice is having more energy at this temperature. So the energy lost by ice will also be more as a result of this. So ice at 273 K is more effective than in cooling, because ice is having more energy. So ice will lose more energy. So as a result of losing more energy, ice will be more cooled. So it is more effective in cooling than water at the same temperature. And next is what produces more severe burns, boiling water or steam? Here steam will produce more burns, because in case of steam, latent heat will be there, whereas the boiling water does not have this hidden, it does not have this latent heat. Because of this presence of this extra amount of heat, steam will produce more severe burns. Next they are asking, they have given solid to liquid, liquid to gas, and solid to gas, as well as gas to solid, and they are asking to name the process that is taking place in this. So here A is solid to liquid conversion. So we will call this, here if we see from solid to gas, there is increase in heat and decrease in pressure. So gas to solid, heat is decreased and increase in pressure is there. So if we see solid to liquid, A is from solid to liquid conversion. So the process of the conversion from solid to liquid is known as melting or fusion, both we can say. And in case of liquid to gas, the process of conversion from liquid to gas is known as vaporization or evaporation. And C is the conversion from liquid to solid. This process is known as the solidification. And D is the conversion from gas to liquid. And this process is known as the condensation. So here if we see, E is the conversion from solid to gas. So the conversion from solid to gas is known as sublimation, and F is the conversion from gas to solid. Even the conversion from gas to solid is also known as sublimation. So here A will be melting or fusion, B will be evaporation or vaporization, C will be solidification, D will be condensation, E will be sublimation, and F will be sublimation. So this is all about the solutions to the NCERT questions. If you have any doubt, please feel free to type in the comment box, and you can, if you want the PDF of this, you can get it from the description box. Thank you for watching this.